everybody, it's Christine. It's time for a Scraplift Crafternoon, and today we are scraplifting our very own Miss Kristen from Scrapping on the Fly, and of course we'll have links below, and she has an Instagram too, and that's actually where this little screenshot comes from. So we are scraplifting one of her layouts because it's her birthday, and I love this because if I'm honest with you, it's simple enough to where I can easily do this without having to spend too much time thinking. But it's interesting, right? Because it's got design, it's got angles and things like that. So I'm pretty pleased. You've got y'all, this cat. Anyways, I haven't watched the video on this one, so I'm gonna do this without watching the video. Because I think what she's done, I don't think she's cut these corners. I think she took a sheet and kind of laid it, you know, at the diagonal or whatever. So I'm going to do that. And then she's got 3 photos here. They look kind of travel related, although I think she's at Outback, to be honest with you, because, you know, that's Australian food, right? But I'm going to do an actual travel layout. So I've got 3 photos, and then I'm thinking I've got like a little journaling card I'll show you here. And then she's got a couple little embellishments and then something in the middle. I got to think about this little bit here, but I'm going to use, oh, and then one down here. So I'm going to use, y'all, look at this. Do you see this? Hang on. I'm going to have, so first off, the thing I have is these pictures here. They were sent to me by my husband and my daughter this week. They're in, well, I don't know. I think this might be Wyoming. They're either in Montana or Wyoming. I don't know where they're at here. Some kind of lake. I'll have to find out for sure. I know these are geysers, but I just thought these were cute. The sad thing is they're not even on the same day, but I don't really care. I'm just going to use it anyway because I thought that was kind of cute. And I'm going to use these as my 2 photos up here. And then I pulled out Storyteller because I like the colors with it, truth be told. I've got this little plaid here. And I think I'm going to put this on the top with my little hearts behind. And then I had this, I can't remember what collection. This is really old. It's kind of neat. It's got these scenic routes. It's kind of, you know, it's travel themed. But I only had like 1 sheet of it. But I have these little phrases here. And I'm thinking I'm either going to use life is a beautiful adventure or we travel not to escape life or life not to escape us. I kind of like this one, but it's got a plain versus this one has, you know, like mountains and a lake. So I'm thinking I'm going to end up with this one, truth be told. But I got to think about it because I like this phrase. So I don't know. I think this will be this one. But y'all, we'll see how it works. And then on the Storyteller, of course, we have all these little wonderful ephemera things. And I think I can, you know, make this work in those little places that she's got things. And, of course, there's labels and words and whatnot. So that's great. I don't think I'm going to end up using this because the way her layout is, she doesn't really have like a single word title. Hers is more on that tag. And I've got that phrase that I think might end up being, but we'll see because I do like titles. So I may have to go a little bit rogue. We'll see. And then I have ephemera and I have florals and, of course, my little hearts here. So I'm really pleased with what I got working. And I'm really pleased with this layout because I think this is going to be great. I think it's going to be so cute. So let me get to cutting. I'm going to get my big papers glued down and my photos matted, and we will start there. I'll talk soon. Okay, everybody, quick check-in because I've made some progress here. And actually, the cool part is this didn't take me not even 10 minutes, I don't think. So I did lay my plaid down here, and I did cut it. I'm going to be honest, y'all. I'm a little sad because I know, just looking with my eyeballs, I'm off just a little. But in the end of the day, I don't think it matters because once you get pictures on and all that kind of stuff, it's not going to matter. So I'm not going to worry about it, but I did get my plaid down here and I got that trimmed. I turned it and then I trimmed the corners, right? I did have a piece of paper that I had. It was the blue backing here. Or no, that's a lie. It's butterflies. But I decided on the green. I think that looks pretty because I have a lot of blue going on. I did map my photos in the blue, this blue paper here. And then this one I double matted in another little floral looking thing. And I did decide on Life is a Beautiful Adventure because the other one, I did like it. But I just felt like this one made a little more sense. And I may be able to, I'm still debating on going rogue and adding a title here, y'all. I may put something down here because I think that's going to look pretty maybe. So I wanted to show this. The other thing I may do here, I may scuff the edges of this just a little bit. On the other hand, I don't know that. I got to think about it because I feel like my little edges might be a little naked here. And I'm thinking I might take a pen and just doodle around the outside. But on the other hand, maybe I can just scuff it a little bit because I can lift it up just a little. I might just scuff it because then I can scuff the edges of this. And then I don't know though, y'all. Good Lord. I need to make a decision, don't I? Yeah, I think I'm going to scuff the edges of these and I'll scuff the edges of that. But I don't think I'm going to scuff my photos. I think I'm going to leave them kind of simple because I like those. And then I'll glue these down, and then I start picking out my embellishments. All right, let me do the scuffy stuff, and then when I start putting the embellishments on, I'll bring you back on with me. All right, talk soon. All right, gang, so I have done what I said I was going to do, which was scuff the edges of the little angles I had cut on the corners, and then I scuffed the edge of the green little stripe there. I did decide, I've gone ahead and glued down the 2 photos in the top right, and then I did decide on the bigger photo to put foam underneath it. So you saw that a minute ago. That's what that orange was. And so I'm going to mount that. And then I also scuffed the edges of my little journaling card, and so he's glued down too. And I did decide to go a bit rogue. I keep saying rogue, but if I look at Kristen's original layout, her tag had the word Sydney, and you know, it kind of looks tidily. So maybe I'm not as rogue as I think, but I did decide to go a little bit rogue in my head. And I've got this little foam word from the collection that says together. So now the title kind of reads, Life is a Beautiful Adventure Together. I really love that this is a tradition. I'll just tell you real quickly while I'm putting this stuff down, because in a minute I'm going to start pulling out the ephemera and sorting it, and it takes me a little bit. I cut quite a bit of it out, but I will let you see that too. But the picture, so my daughter, the year she graduated college, they had actually intended to go to Banff, Canada. That was where they were making a trip. It was like a graduation thing for her, like a celebratory thing. Well, the virus hit and Canada closed. Y'all, I got a whole other story about that too, about the freaking airline. But anyways, I'll tell you this story first. So anyway, she was pretty disappointed, and it was like, okay, well, where can they go? Because they wanted this trip, right? So they ended up actually going to Arizona that time. They went in, I think it was August. I want to say it was August 2020. They went to Arizona. And, of course, there's a lot of restrictions and whatnot as it relates to some things. But since they're outdoors, it wasn't that many, to be honest. And they really enjoyed it. And they hiked, miles and miles and miles and miles. And so next year, which was 2021, they were like, let's do another trip. And they were asking, do I want to go? And I said, no, actually, I think y'all had a good time, a daddy-daughter thing. So they ended up going to Colorado. Really loved it again. Hiked miles and miles and miles. And they loved it again. And so they decided, you know what, this is going to be an every year deal. So now this year they went to, they started to try to go to Utah, but frankly, the flights were just too expensive. It was crazy. It was like, I don't know, $1,300 or something. And from Texas, that's ridiculous. So they ended up going to Wyoming or Montana, Wyoming, because they were at the Glacier National Park and Yellowstone National Park, which almost became a mess because it flooded, but it opened up, so they were all right. But anyway, they've been there for about 7-8 days. And they have been hiking. She put something on Facebook yesterday, said she'd hiked more than 41 miles or something. One day they did like 17 miles. I'm like, oh my gosh. So anyway, they really enjoy this. And now next year they're talking about there's some kind of guided backpacking deal. And they're like, Mom, we'll go. And my husband and my daughter, they're like, we'll go do that part. And then you can meet us up halfway through the trip and we'll do the slow-paced touristy stuff. And they act like I can't do things. It's not that I can't. I probably could do it, but when I hike, I like to take pictures of the butterflies and the flowers. But anyways, all right, so what I've done, I've gone through and I sorted all my ephemeras, and like I said, I cut some of that out because it does take me a minute. This cocoa vanilla, there's tons of stuff to choose from, and it always takes me a few minutes to kind of sort through and figure out. And what I've tried to do is, I'm not exactly like Kristen, because in the middle there, for example, she had, well, I'm kind of, she had the little Australian kangaroo and all that in the middle, and I went with that little book at the flowers, and then I've added the phrase, Precious Moments. I put that up on foam next to on the book there, and then the little round circle-y thing says telling stories. So mine's not exactly the same, but it's close, or in my mind it's kind of close. On the left-hand side, I did make mine a little bit more full. I put that big floral, and I put the little piece that's kind of similar to her little rectangular piece, but I did add some hearts. And then I've got a little camera over the top of my together down there, and I added the little paper hearts too. She didn't have that stuff going up really, but I did add that. Now what I'm doing, I'm adding a little journaling sticker. I don't guess she really had that either, but on the other hand, her tag kind of went up under her photo a little bit more, so I'm using this just to document it's the daddy-daughter thing. And then above the picture in the upper, the two up in the upper pictures, she actually had 2 more embellishments up there. I just did the one that says, like, true story. I didn't put anything up over the right-hand picture because it didn't feel right to me on my layout. So I didn't do that, but I did do the other little pieces. Underneath the little selfie picture, I put love right now. She did have that little fishtail banner looking thing, and I thought that was cute. So I've kind of fleshed my stuff out a little more than she did, I think, because I'm just a more kind of girl. And now I'm even coming in here with some of these little enamel dots out of the collection, and I think this is so cute. The other thing I did a little bit different, she kind of made one of her pictures a little wonky. It was the little text, I think, showing their table was ready. And I just went ahead and went all straight. I don't know if it's maybe because of the plaid. I felt like I wanted it to kind of be a little more geometric or whatever, so mine are straight, where she had a little bit of a wonk in there. The only thing I kind of have wonky is my little journaling card, but I think that looks adorable. And I'm really pleased with how this is turning out. I'm going to put my little enamel dots here. I don't do any mixed media. I thought about it, but no, there's enough going on. And she didn't do any mixed media that I recall, or I don't remember seeing it. I know it looks like there's little full pieces maybe in there, or little, again, y'all, I didn't watch the video because I was trying to make it without it. Sometimes I like to do it without it to see if I can come up with something similar. But anyway, that's what I ended up with. I think it looks really cute. I'm happy with it, y'all. Look at the close-ups there. That's so cute. I do check out the playlist below. Definitely check out Kristen's channel. I will tell y'all, if y'all need a zen scrapbooker, that lady's voice is so zen, and I just love listening to her. It's so, like, de-stressing, if that makes any sense. She also has a really great series called Courageous Scrapbooking or something. I love that, too. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.